When people ask me what the scariest moment of my childhood was, they usually expect something dramatic. Ghosts, monsters, or nightmares. I usually smile and change the subject. The truth is, what happened to me wasn't a dream or something I imagined. It was real. And it happened when I was 10 years old in a quiet suburban neighborhood in Ohio. It was a warm summer Friday. My parents were getting ready to leave for a short overnight trip to attend a family wedding in another city. Normally, I would stay with my aunt, but she had fallen sick at the last moment. My parents didn't want to cancel the trip, and I kept insisting that I was old enough to stay alone for one night. They prepared everything carefully. The fridge was full, emergency numbers were written on a paper and stuck to the refrigerator, and my neighbor, Mrs. Carter, promised to check on me later that night. Before leaving, my mom knelt down in front of me and said something that still echoes in my mind today. She told me that if anything felt wrong, I should trust that feeling. After they left around 6:30 p.m., the house felt unusually quiet. Not scary at first, just empty. I made myself some pizza rolls, turned on the TV, and enjoyed the feeling of being home alone. But as the evening went on, the silence between sounds started to feel heavy. Around 8 p.m., I lowered the TV volume, and that's when I heard a strange noise coming from upstairs. It wasn't loud. It sounded like something shifting, like weight moving on the floor. I froze and listened. Our house always made noises at night, so I told myself it was nothing. I tried to ignore it, but deep down, something didn't feel right. A few minutes later, I heard it again. This time, it was clearer. It sounded like a drawer opening upstairs. My heart started beating faster. I grabbed a flashlight from the kitchen and slowly walked to the bottom of the stairs. The house felt colder than before. I called out, "Hello?" but my voice echoed back at me. There was no response. I went back to the living room, trying to convince myself that I was overreacting, but 10 minutes later, the sound returned. A soft thump, coming from my parents' bedroom. I muted the TV completely. The silence was unbearable. Then I heard a slow, deliberate footstep. At that moment, I knew this wasn't the house settling. This was a person. My hands began to shake as I grabbed my phone and texted my mom, asking if they had forgotten something at home. There was no reply. I heard another footstep, closer this time. Panic took over. I ran into the bathroom, locked the door, and sat on the floor holding my knees. I tried to control my breathing. From upstairs, I could hear drawers opening, closet doors moving, and then a soft cough. That sound removed all doubt. Someone was inside my house. I almost called 911, but hesitated, afraid of being wrong. I stayed frozen in the bathroom as the noises suddenly stopped, leaving an even scarier silence behind. After a long moment of silence, I heard something else. The basement door slowly creaked open. That door never opened on its own. I could hear heavy footsteps going down the basement stairs, one step at a time. Then everything went quiet again. My phone vibrated. It was a message from my mom asking if everything was okay. My hands were shaking so badly that I almost dropped the phone as I typed back that someone was in the house. She called me immediately and told me to stay exactly where I was and to stay silent. She warned me that if someone really was inside, they might be listening. I held my breath. That's when I heard it. Breathing. Right outside the bathroom door. Slow, controlled breathing that wasn't mine. I covered my mouth to stop myself from crying. The breathing stopped, and then I heard a whisper. A calm voice said, "I know you're home." My heart felt like it was going to explode. Before anything else could happen, the front door suddenly slammed shut. Footsteps ran out of the house. I stayed locked in the bathroom until the police arrived. I didn't move, I didn't speak. I just sat there, shaking. The police searched the entire house. They found muddy footprints leading from the basement to the back door.
Nothing valuable was stolen, and there were no signs of forced entry. But something small was missing from my parents' bedroom. A photo. A picture of me. Years later, my parents finally told me the full truth. 2 weeks before that night, a man had been arrested in a nearby town. He had been breaking into houses and watching children while they slept. He knew schedules, he knew routines. He was never officially linked to my case. I'm an adult now, but the memory never left me. Sometimes when my house is quiet late at night, I still remember that breathing outside the door. And I still remember my mom's words. If something feels wrong, trust that feeling. Because sometimes fear isn't there to hurt you. Sometimes it's there to save your life.